time to rebut on air when we're doing a show. So we love you, Thea, for this information. So yeah, that sounds interesting. I don't know what my point was. I don't know what my fucking point was. But anyway, a great season, Shannon. And I don't know. Oh, because I said Alexis, Tom and Ariana, and look where we are with Teresa the animal, who did all those bad things. Rumors are her and the scumbag lawyer did some bad things and they ate Jennifer Aiden. And now she's still not speaking to Melissa and vice versa, and we don't have Jersey. So beware, Shannon Bedore. Beware. She tells you to look for the door. I tell you to be door. Be door, Shannon Bedore. Because don't be saying you're not going to film with someone. You over $1 million is probably what Shannon makes, okay? Or right around 1 million. You will film with Alexis Bellino. You will film with John Jansen. You will get on a boat and they will lose the fucking GPS and you will be stuck at fucking sea with John Jansen and Alexis Bellino for fucking 5 weeks if you have to for $1 million, girlfriend. So shut the fuck up. Here I go again. I'm losing my cool. Shut the fuck up, Shannon Bedore. And don't say you're not going to film with Alexis just because she has your guy and all this. You have freedom, girl. Let her have him. Whatever they fucking tell you to do and whoever they fucking tell you to film with, you're going to do it for your $1 million and you're going to shut your fucking pie hole. Okay? But she says she won't. So I'm starting to rethink that, like Von Tessie, where she coming back would have been the whole show. I'm not sure. This reunion did no good for me for Alexis. I've been saying everyone's coming back. Starting to think everyone is not coming back. Alexis may not be back. Obviously, I'm not including Vicky, who was on 2 episodes. They don't need Vicky anymore. They needed her to just kind of bring down Tamara and support Shannon, and we're over that. I'm starting to think everybody will be back except Alexis because next season can't be about Alexis with John and Shannon. It can't be. It has to be an ensemble cast. The same way we said, how could we envision Salt Lake without Von Tesse? And here we are. It didn't skip a beat. I love Monica. I love reality Von Teese, but that isn't a show. A show, this, I mean, look, I would have loved to have seen them pick up the pieces of Von Teese and get back, but it would have been too much. We have to change it every season. So I'm starting to think after this reunion that Alexis will not be back. I think you guys were right. I am not, 3 people in the world are never wrong. One of them is Madonna. The second one is Cher, although apparently Cher is leaving the country. Isn't she leaving the country because of the presidential election? That's what she said. So Stephen King is apparently going into a wood chipper and she's apparently leaving the country. Eva Longoria did leave the country, but now she says she wants one of her friends to relay that it wasn't because of what we thought. Anyway, I don't care. But Cher and Madonna are never wrong. And my good friend Bethany, you guys know my friend Bethany Frankel, never wrong that Bethany. She says she knows it all. I am not Bethany, Cher, or Madonna, although I wish I was. And I am wrong. So I'm starting to think you guys were right and that I was wrong. And maybe Miss Bellino won't come back. Look, Tamara will film with her. Heather will film with her. Pedantry will film with her, and Katie will film with her. A lot of people will film with her, so she still might come back. But we can't have that overpower next season. It has to be an ensemble show. And the difference here is one person is a housewife and one person is not a housewife. Granted, Danielle Staub pulled Margaret's ponytail and used physical touching. I still think if it wasn't that, it couldn't have ended well for Staub because Margaret, do you guys know my friend Marge the Sarge? I got a lot of friends here today. Bethany and the Sarge. The Sarge was the housewife and Staub was just a friend. So, but Danielle Staub is a fucking icon. So let's just be very clear here. The Sarge is the Sarge. It's her way or the highway. Not a bad woman. Don't have anything against her. At the live show, someone said, let us remind you of all the people you've fallen out with in the housewives world. We want you to rank them from like most likely to want to reconnect with to least likely. Not that it will happen because I'm fine with none of them. But who would you choose the most and who would you never recommend? I mean, one of them is dead. We had an actual funeral. We went to the funeral and we pissed on the grave. So one of them is not an option, but I got nothing against the Sarge. She's up towards the top of the list. She's not a bad woman. She's just annoying, and it's her way or the highway, which I don't need. But there you go. And that's that. But Danielle Staub is a fucking icon. Oh my God. Staub is an icon. And I'll never change my ways on that. All right, great end to RHOC. And I think we're going to hear anytime soon. I think we're going to hear soon about RHOC and what's going to happen with the future. I don't think we're going to have a pause. I don't think it's going to drag out. I think like right now, we're going to hear soon and we're going to roll tape and we're going to start filming as we should. Now, Potomac, we haven't talked about Potomac for a while. Everyone watched this past episode on Sunday. I got to tell you, as far as the ratings, the OC has been the highest. Potomac is second, both in the 500s. Then we have a huge drop to the 300s for Salt Lake, high 300s, and the low 300s for RHONY. A lot of you have been talking about this before we get to Potomac about RHONY and this prank, where did RHONY go wrong? A lot of people are doing shows and interviews and analyses of like, where did RHONY go wrong? And before we get to this big prank, which really has gone awry, let me just be very, very clear where we are here, that RHONY went wrong to me by casting a season 14 where people did not know each other. So what went wrong with a RHONY reboot? Personally, I feel day one, you looked, and you cast a bunch of people who are colleagues at work. The same way your new colleague is sitting next to you in the cubicle now and trying to learn the bathroom code and trying to learn who to sit with at lunch and what food trucks come on Monday and when is the Thai food truck going to come back because that's the one we like and where is the cafeteria and what is the dress code here and will I have any friends? Same way all that's going on with your colleagues. These are actual colleagues. I don't know how they could have looked again. Although I split my time between three locations, I self-identify as a New Yorker. New York is my city. I am in New York right now. It is the greatest city as far as I am concerned. I am thrilled to only be here a third of the time, but I appreciate it so much. But I will stand by the fact that this city, and yes, there's so much finance money here. There's so much finance money, and finance people normally cannot film per their agreements for work. But the money that exists in this city is unrivaled. This is one of the most expensive cities in the world. I mean, if I told people what I paid for this apartment that I'm sitting in, which I guess it's all public knowledge, but I mean, it's crazy.